Hare Krishna. Welcome back to the Credit Repair Experts channel. Today's video, we're going to be going over the FICO score breakdown. So if you haven't watched my video already about what credit is, please click the link in the description below or somewhere here in the video, down here or up here. You can click there to watch that video. We went over a little bit about what credit actually is and what it means for the everyday layperson. So in this video, we're going over the specific scoring mechanism that is normally used in lending, which is called the FICO model. Okay, there are other scoring mechanisms. Primarily Vantage is the other one, like Credit Karma that use Vantage, but the lenders for cars and mortgages use the FICO model. So this is the one that you should focus on whenever someone asks you what's your credit score. You should really be thinking what my FICO score is. So we're going to go over how FICO is actually scored. So to score something means to take pieces of data and break it up into different categories and combine those metrics together to give you one number. So we're going to be going over that today. We're going to go in descending order. So the largest percentage that determines your FICO score is your payment history. That accounts for 35% of your FICO score. So if you've been paying your payments on time and you're showing okay on all those little boxes, then 35% of your score is going to be determined on how well you've maintained that payment history. The second metric is actually your utilization. So 30% of your score is determined by your overall utilization. This is why most people tell you if you want to maintain the best score possible, you want to stay under 30% utilization, especially if you're somebody who's going to be leasing out your trade lines or leasing out your credit history to other people. You have to make sure you're maintaining under a 30% utilization at all times. Okay, so 35% is your payment history, 30% is your utilization, 15% actually goes towards how old your credit is or your length of credit history. So if you've had a card for 5 years, that's going to give you a much better score than if you've had that same card for 1 year. So length of history is another 15%. And then 10% is actually into new lines of credit. So if you've gotten any new lines of credit, generally that's within a 1 year time period. That actually also helps your credit a lot. Is any new line of credit is going to give you a little 10% boost. And then the last 10% is actually credit mix. So if you have, let's say, a mortgage, a car note, some credit cards, maybe a term loan, even sometimes student loans help your credit. If you have a good mix of different consumer credit items, that also helps your credit quite a bit. When you use certain services like MyScoreIQ or Identity IQ, they actually will tell you, based off of FICO's model, things that you can do to improve your score. In future videos, I'm going to be going over the different credit monitoring services that I recommend for people, depending on what kind of product you're actually looking to get. So most of you watching this right now are probably using Credit Karma, so please be aware that that particular product is for entertainment purposes only and gives you a Vantage score. So typically that score is higher than your FICO because of the way they do their scoring modules. So if someone asks you what your credit score is, you should think to yourself, do I know what my FICO score is? How is my FICO calculated? So that way you can give a decent metric on what that is. So I'm going to keep this one short also. Just going over briefly to summarize, what is FICO? FICO is a scoring mechanism. It takes your data and breaks it up into different categories and gives you one overall number based on that metric. And it's broken up into your payment history, your utilization, your credit mix, new lines of credit, and then how old your credit is. So with that being said, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you again next time.